好, what are you doing at this moment? Oh, I know, you're watching my video. What were you doing before you decided to watch videos on YouTube? Were you reading, driving, or cooking? We're going to learn how to express actions in progress in today's lesson. Let's get started. To cook in Chinese is 做饭,做饭, to be cooking. 在做饭,在做饭. 在 may look familiar to you. We mentioned it in a previous lesson that it can be used as a location marker. For example, 在家, at home. 在家. In our lesson today, however, 在 turns into an adverb that indicates action in progress, and we use it right before the verb. I'm cooking. 我在做饭. 我在做饭. Let's look at some other examples. To read in Chinese is 看书,看书. I'm reading. 我在看书,我在看书. Music in Chinese is 音乐,音乐. To listen to the music. 听音乐,听音乐. I'm listening to the music. 我在听音乐,我在听音乐. Games in Chinese is 游戏,游戏. 游戏 refers to both video games and the more traditional types of games like hide and seek. To play video games, 打游戏,打游戏. 打 literally means to hit, and we need to hit the keys on the console or keyboard if we're playing video games. Hence, we use 打游戏. What if you're playing peekaboo? That's 玩游戏,玩游戏. There's a slight R sound attached to the verb 玩, and it turns into 玩, 玩. Anyway, let's go back to video games. I'm playing video games. 我在打游戏,我在打游戏. Videos, like the one you're watching right now, in Chinese is 视频,视频. Short videos, like YouTube shorts or TikTok videos. 短视频,短视频. 短 literally means short. To watch short videos. 刷短视频,刷短视频. 刷 means to scroll, more likely mindlessly in this context. 刷短视频 implies that people are more busy scrolling rather than mindfully watching those short videos. I'm watching short videos. 我在刷短视频,我在刷短视频. The last example, to study, 学习,学习. I'm studying. 我在学习,我在学习. How do you ask, what are you doing? We know the question word for what is 什么,什么. To do in Chinese is 做,做. To ask, what are you doing? We're literally saying, you're doing what? 你在做什么?你在做什么? Or you might have a slight idea of what the other person's doing and just wanted to confirm the idea. We could use a yes-no question here. Are you studying? 你在学习吗?你在学习吗? To answer that, we could say, I'm studying. 我在学习,我在学习. Or, I'm not studying. 我没在学习,我没在学习. The negative form of 在 is 没在,没在. How about I'm not playing video games? 我没在打游戏,我没在打游戏. I'm not cooking. 我没在做饭,我没在做饭. If they're not busy, we might want to invite them to do things with us. We've learned one way to say with me in a previous lesson, 和我一起,和我一起. Or we could say 陪我,陪我. Pay is to accompany someone to do something. To play video games with me, 陪我打游戏,陪我打游戏. Why don't you play video games with me? 你陪我打游戏吧,你陪我打游戏吧. Ba is the end of sentence marker for suggestions to soften the tone of imperative sentences. We can also add a conjunction word at the beginning of a sentence. 那你陪我打游戏吧,那你陪我打游戏吧. We've learned before that 那 means that, but when it's used as a conjunction at the beginning of a sentence, it means in that case, or then 那你陪我打游戏吧 translates to something like, in that case, since you're not busy, Why don't you play video games with me? We're almost done with today's lesson, but I like to talk about one more familiar phrase at the end. It's another end of sentence marker that we've learned before. We talked about it in the pronoun plus ne structure. 你呢? What about you? 你呢? 我呢? What about me? 我呢? Actually, it also has the similar functionality as 在 when used with verbs. You can use it with or without 在. For example, 我做饭呢. 我做饭呢. I'm cooking. 你在做什么呢? 你在做什么呢? What are you doing? But this usage of ne is way more limited than 在. Ne can only be used in positive statements and open questions to indicate actions in progress, and it can't be used in negative sentences or yes-no questions. So it's pretty much only used in sentences like, what are you doing? And I'm doing so and so. Alright, that's it for today. We've covered actions in progress using 在 and how to invite your friends to do things with you when they're not busy. Hope you like this lesson. I'll see you in the next one. 谢谢，再见。